What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D, out here getting 10,000 steps in. It's the weekend of the Grand Prix. For those of you who don't know, we have a Grand Prix here every year in Detroit. It was downtown for a long time, then we had it at Belle Isle for some years, and now it's moved back to downtown Detroit. So it's really bustling here because you got a lot of people from all over coming wanting to see what's happening. And it's actually a nice day, so that also adds to it. But let's talk about Miss Matchmaker. I'm not gonna drop her name because I don't want nobody thinking I'm dropping nobody's name for clout. However, there is a popular internet personality right now. She's got a matchmaking show, and it's more train wreck than anything. It's kind of hard to look away, but I've noticed that she takes issue with people reacting to her stuff. And she only takes issue with certain people reacting to her stuff. Now, I'm not one of the people that she's got a problem with. I don't do reactionary content. I've considered doing some. People have requested that I do. I'm leaning towards it. I'll just say that. I'm leaning towards it. But haven't quite got there just yet. But anyway, she only seems to have issues to the men that react to her stuff, and no smoke at all for the women that react to her stuff. Because I've seen plenty of women that get up there and do reaction videos to some of the clips that she posts, because the women who she posts, they be just insane. Like, really, their mentality, their expectation, it just be crazy, man. Only on this show will you have a woman with like 5, 6, in some cases 7 kids thinking that they deserve a 1% dude, and they be dead ass serious with the whole "I'm not gonna settle" nonsense. He gotta have this, he gotta have that. The usual sixes that have become stereotyped that all women want: 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches, 6-pack abs, all of that. They be wanting the same thing, and they be claiming they're not going to settle, as if that 1% guy that every woman wants wouldn't be settling for them. They typically have no self-awareness whatsoever. They have no problem with the fact that they're ran through. They don't think that this has devalued them in any way, shape, or form. They don't think that having 5, 6, 7 whole human beings coming through their vagina has devalued them in any way, shape, or form. They don't think that being morbidly obese and having a ton of attitude devalues them in any way, shape, or form. It just really be clown hours. So people react to this stuff. I mean, listen, she herself knows that this is clown hours. That's why she takes the specific highlights that she does, because they be jumping on her show saying absolute nonsense. But she's apparently called out a handful of them in particular, saying that they using her name for themselves. They need her to eat, yada, yada, yada. She feels like they only make reaction videos to the women that be out of pocket, never to the men that be out of pocket. Well, the thing is that, I mean, if we could be fair, 90 to 95% of the highlights that she puts out there are women. So it's not that the men are never out of pocket. They are. But the ratio, I mean, on her live show, maybe it's a little different. I don't know. I don't really watch her stuff. But in terms of the highlights that she puts out, the stuff that she knows is stuff that's going to go viral, get her the most clicks, that'd be like 90 to 95% females. So putting that ratio out there and then being upset that the things that they're reacting to is mostly, if not all, female is asinine. Of course it is. That's the fodder you're providing them with. It's so insane. And then claiming to use her to eat, like they need her to eat. They use her platform to create opportunities for themselves. I mean, this same individual, the late KS, she went on his show to leverage visibility for herself. Just people out dog walking. People love walking dogs around here. That's the thing. I don't have a dog, so I don't have one to walk. And I don't really intend on getting another pet either. So I'm just going to be out here doing 10,000 steps. Just me and y'all, man. But anyway, as I was saying, the late KS, she once went on his platform, rather, to draw more attention and visibility to herself. So, I mean, you got to kind of pay that forward. We all here, to an extent, use each other for visibility. It's going to be mostly you. All right, it's going to mostly come down to you. If you're doing content creation, you're going to copy some video types that other people do. You're going to react to some other stuff that you saw other people do. You might pick some specific topics that you heard someone else cover, and you may feel like you can offer your own unique perspective to it. You're going to see people borrow just all types of things, styles, video ideas. I mean, it is what it is. That's what happens. There's not a whole lot of stuff that's unique in the content creation space. A lot of the things are kind of ideas that's been recycled. And when something takes off, you're going to get a lot of people doing it. Kind of like with reactionary content in itself. You had that one channel that really made reactionary content a big deal, the Fine Brothers. They weren't the first ones to do it, but they had a channel totally dedicated to it. And around then, there really weren't any other channels that were doing it the way that they were doing it. Their style was unique. Other people decided to get in on it and start making reactionary content themselves. And if you remember, if you're old enough to remember, the Fine Brothers took issue with this and tried to get lawyers involved and stuff and stop people from using the word react. It was really silly. You know, you can't own the word react. You can't own reacting. But they saw they had an idea that people were copying, so they were trying to prevent it from happening. I think since then they've sold that channel. They've kind of quietly disappeared or whatever. But again, content, much of it is people doing the same thing, which is doing what works. And some people are going to use other people for some visibility. You know, it might be something that they did that you're going to react to. Something that somebody else did that is going to become a conversation point, somebody's video style or whatever that you like. Like, I get out here and I do 10,000 steps. Personally, I don't know anybody else who does this. Is there somebody else out there who does it? Sure, probably. I don't know anybody else who does it though. But, however, there's going to be people who are going to see me and they're going to be inspired to get out here and do the same thing. They're going to get out and do 10,000 steps and vlog and talk about things while they're doing it. Am I going to get upset about it? No, absolutely not. That just is what it is. When people see something that they like, in a lot of cases, they're going to copy. So her reacting so negatively, having such an issue to people making reaction content to the stuff that she strategically selects. All right, remember, the highlights she puts out there, she strategically selects because she knows it's egregious. So for her to be upset that the people are reacting to that stuff is just silly. And then the complaint that all they do is react to the women, well, select more men. If you want people to start reacting to more men, to outrageous men, start putting more men out there. But there's not enough men in comparison to the women. It's like she's being a hypocrite. She's choosing them for the same reasons that the reaction people are choosing them, but has a problem with it. I don't know, man. It's just a very strange thing to me. And to be calling out podcasters and reaction channels for reacting to the stuff she puts out there, I don't know about this, man. I really don't know about this. I mean, she's got a unique product, sorta, But in many ways, she took what KS was doing and put her own spin on it. So is it really all that unique? You know, you can't be copying like everyone else and then complaining when it's your turn to be parodied. I'm going to leave it there. I think that's a good place to leave this. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. Hit me in them comments. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.